creating financial investment depression. That's a really, really bad translation. I'm gonna dive into the wholesale market. Okay, what I was trying to show you was not China is very, very prosperous. Everybody's so rich, every place is so prosperous. It's not really like that. But we do have some isolated cases like Yiwu. It's a county, but it's rich. Okay, people here are smart. It used to be very poor. It's not politically prioritized. It's a small county. Okay, this is not a city. And Yiwu's geographical location is not the best either. It's in the center of Zhejiang province. Usually, cities in China get rich because they're close to the sea. Like Shenzhen is close to Hong Kong, so it's close to the sea. We have Xiamen, we have Tianjin, we have Shanghai. Shanghai is also close to sea, and Hangzhou is also close to sea, right? But Yiwu is not. Yiwu is really one of those standing out examples of Chinese development. It actually gets a very humble background. Its soil is also very bad. It's called saline, alkaline kind of soil. So it's not really good for planting anything. So the agriculture is very bad. They need to get the chicken feathers in some way to make the soil more suitable for growing plants. And the kind of plants that they can grow here is sugar canes. So they exchange what's produced from the sugar cane, which is brown sugar. They sell the brown sugar and get the chicken feather from all over other places in China. In the beginning, they just had the earliest form of Yiwu small commodities market. People found out there's great amount of money to make if you bring something that's scarce locally to Yiwu and can resell for a higher margin. Then people started to bring more goods from other provinces, cities in China. They brought them to Yiwu and try to make a few more bucks. But that happened actually in the beginning of 1980s. Chinese opening and reform has just started. In the beginning, it was a very audacious act. The central government may see that as the seeds of capitalism. So the local government was very scared because they just finished with the Cultural Revolution. And Deng Xiaoping, when came to office, that was really good. That really saved the entire China. They had this reform and opening up. And so what the local government decided to do is to allow this to happen. They issue like 4,000 permits to those farmers because they were very poor. They have no other means of making a living. Then the market becomes bigger and bigger. And the central government is actually finding this tolerable. This is capitalism in some way, because those farmers, they're supposed to every day just do planting something like sugar canes or rice. Okay, why are you doing business? Okay, that's capitalism. But the government finally allows everything to happen. Right now, Yiwu is one of those most vibrant counties in China. You know, in some ways, probably more vibrant than some of the higher tier cities in China. So that's pretty much about the introduction of Yiwu. Okay, let me show you the market. China Goods Made Easy. ChinaGoods.com. Wow, it's a Bentley. To those of you who said in China, why can I just wear no mask? When I was riding a bicycle, I should be caught. I should be put into the prison for not wearing a mask. But it's really not that strict. Okay, it's only when we enter into some places like this, when we enter in some malls, some banks, government offices, we need to wear a mask. Finally, this reminds me of the electronics wholesale market in Shenzhen. Because of the world's pandemic situation, the economy is really bad all over the world, so there are less and less people buying from China, and there are also less and less people coming to China from other countries. This market is supposed to be crowded with foreign buyers, okay? But right now we don't see that anymore. Okay? So people here must be having a kind of bad time, but still interesting to see this. Okay? Which side should I go? Okay, I will just pick a random side. They sell some small commodities like beads. So the Christmas is coming very soon. Your Christmas materials probably come from here, this place. These are the beads that we see in some gift shops all over China. We can pick these beads, combine them to make a name. This is really much similar to Huachenbei market, but here is not electronics, small commodities. So everything small that produced with least skill. Some dolls. I told you your Christmas gifts are from here. You're sleeping. What's this? Some kind of toys. We have Donald Trump here. Mask. It's interesting. They even have mini cars for the kids. I have the Mercedes. Oh, this one is so cool. So I'm showing all these vendors in Yiwu, but that doesn't mean everything is made in Yiwu. They can come from anywhere else, because Zhejiang is very famous for producing those small commodities, including Wenzhou, Ningbo. Yiwu is famous because all the goods come to this place for resale. I think I'm gonna go to the second floor. Yiwu is like everybody. If you have dreams, if you want to make money, even if you have very low educational background, you can come to Yiwu and you can try to sell something. The old past of Yiwu is built on simple trading. It's a live streaming, a shop. Over here we can see some banners. The blue side says, "The civilized city in China, the whole country, Yiwu welcomes you." And on the right, it says, let's stick to the stable growth pattern of China. Let's stick to the socialism of Chinese characteristics. This entire mall sells ornaments. Every time you go to a tourist attraction, you may see some gift shops. Okay, they may be having some little trinkets, like little dolls. And they may be coming out from this place. They're not busy. They're too not busy. They're playing a kind of board game. What surprised me is nobody hails me. Okay, nobody cares. Say, come over to see you. In Shenzhen, we can have loads of people like that. Maybe they have bigger business, or maybe they're just not that active. In Shenzhen, we have all the electronics made, but more than electronics, Shenzhen is also producing some other stuff. Shenzhen and Guangzhou, and especially Shenzhen, is well known for high quality manufacturing. But in Zhejiang province, small commodities, it's okay. But for some electronics, if you're getting your electronics products from Yiwu, it's probably a bad quality. But if you're dealing in Southeast Asian market or African market or some other third world countries, it might be a good idea. Economy is really vibrant here in Yiwu, but we also have some concerns, okay? They have no respect for intellectual property protection. They find whatever that's hot and trendy and they just get them made, okay? Whatever it's branded, if it's Chinese brand or if it's American brand, and the government is not doing a lot to cracking down on this. But in Shenzhen, the government is cracking down on the counterfeited goods. Yiwu it's not. So that's why I said Yiwu is the most capitalist city in China. This is really free. This is even freer than a capitalist society like America. In America, you cannot copy goods easily. Well, to be honest with you, I really think the offline business is kind of dead. So everybody just needs to go online. Even in Shenzhen, it's the same thing. The wholesale market of electronics in Shenzhen is also kind of like looking down, okay? So it's really fair to say that the offline market is really quiet. Okay, the business prospect is not looking bright here. People here are definitely experiencing very bad time. 是今年的话比较那个一点是吧？
对，疫情客户进不来，然后还有这些涨，外贸都肯定有影响。
I had a short talk with one of the vendors. He told me the rent in this mall used to be very high before the COVID-19. But right now the rent has gone less than 50%. He told me the business has been really much impacted from this year, especially from July, because the sea freight has increased a lot. And also because of the pandemic, all over the world the economy is not really good. They don't have orders for them. But they still stick to this place. They said they just wait for the storm to pass. He said he wants to transform his business to create some better opportunities, but he hasn't got any. He also told me I didn't come in a good time, but I told him it's okay. In different times, we need to stick it all together, try to do the best. So on the ground floor, it says China Goods live streaming room. Pilot free trade zone. So this is a free trade zone in Yiwu. That's the reason why they are having so free finance regulations. It's like Hong Kong, I told you. Okay, maybe this is pretty much it for the wholesale market in Yiwu. You want to ask my overall opinion? I feel a little bit bad for them because the business is really taking a downturn, but I believe things will eventually get better. COVID restriction will be less and the world business will pick up again. Thank you very much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.